We begin this morning with the latest on the wildfire situation in the west of Canada. Thousands of people forced out of their homes by the fire threatening Fort McMurray are facing at least another week of uncertainty.
I'm traumatized from the last fire. The last fire, you're gonna see the fire already. You can feel it, but this time, you smell it and then you see the clouds. You know the fire is coming.
More than 6,600 people remain under the evacuation order this morning. Some are staying in campsites. And these are some new images for us today showing the fire break that crews are cutting to protect Fort McMurray. A weather change is expected to slow the flames, too. Alberta Wildfire Service says calmer winds and cooler temperatures will help fire crews gain ground. But a spokesperson cautions there's still a lot of work ahead before the wildfire is contained, and the threat to the community is over. We begin this morning once again with Sam Sampson.
This is Beacon Hill, and it's one of the 4 neighborhoods in Fort McMurray that is still under an evacuation order. Now, some people have been allowed to briefly go back to their homes and collect what they may have forgotten during their process to quickly evacuate as soon as possible. We spoke with one man earlier today who went back to his home in a different neighborhood just to pick up some things for his wife and his kids.
I have no time yesterday, like I back from site, so I just grab what my wife prepared for us, and then I just take my camper and we go to Wonder River and stay in a camper for now.
About 6,600 people were ordered to leave their homes, but we do know that crowds and crowds of other people left Fort McMurray, even though they were only under an evacuation alert. They didn't have to, but they left just out of precaution. We spoke with one woman whose home burned down in 2016 during a fire that caused the entire city to evacuate all at once. They rebuilt their home, and now she says she is staying there until someone knocks on her door and tells her to go.
I don't want to panic, and like I said, we have the knowledge, and if we panic, then we're just wasting our energy on stuff we could be concentrating on. But, you know, stay calm, and I'm calm. Thanks. And I know a lot of people have this fear, and I'm I just want to that's why I'm talking to you, because we're not afraid, and there's no need to panic unless we have to.
As of Wednesday evening, the winds are pushing the fire away from the city. That's a good thing, but it is still classified as out of control, and it is quite a large fire. It's more than 200 square kilometers. And there's no exact timeline for when people who have been ordered out of their homes can actually come back, but according to the regional fire chief here in Fort McMurray and the regional area, he says people should be prepared to stay away from their homes through the May-long weekend. Sam Sampson, CBC News, Fort McMurray, Alberta.
So with Fort McMurray still a concern, there is some good news this morning on the TP Creek wildfire in Alberta. People who were forced to leave their homes in Grand Prairie County are now allowed to return. Officials canceled the evacuation order they issued last week, and they did that yesterday afternoon. It's now downgraded to an evacuation alert, meaning people can go home, but they must be ready to leave again within an hour's notice. The TP Creek fire is now classified as being held, thanks in part to those favorable weather conditions.